before we even get into first trimester, second trimester, third trimester, like trimester updates, your girl, me, aka Boy Bill, your girl, a whole me, I went and I got on a concert. Even my tongue is like, do not confess. I went and got on a whole contraceptive. A whole me. This is before I fell pregnant. I got on a whole Jesus Christ. I got on a contraceptive. I chose the patch. Yeah, I chose the patch, right? Because while I was in college and living with my aunt, she was on the patch, and you know, she had her period, whatever. She was fine. Honestly, she was fine. I don't know, you know, what was happening with her body and whatever. I know she struggled with weight. I know. And she's not, yeah, she tried everything. She tried the gym. She gave up. You know, she tried Herbalife. She tried a lot of things. And I love vegetables because of her. Like, we ate steamed vegetables. Like, imagine as kids, we're eating steamed vegetables with her. Like, we really, you know, we were in on the journey, you know, even to this day. But I think her weight is the only thing I know of that she was struggling with. But guys, I'm gonna struggle with the breathing, especially because I'm sitting up like this. Okay, I'm I'm sitting up straight. I have to lay back if I want to breathe a bit better, but that's fine. Anyway, so she struggled with weight, so I was like, let me try the patch. And you know, they will tell you, you know, contraceptives. Why am I mocking? Why am I mocking? Oh, okay, anyway. They will tell you, contraceptives don't affect your fertility. You will have side effects. They differ from person to person. But oh my God, you're going to have all the babies you want, you know? And, you know, you're going to have twins in your 30s. You know, all that nonsense, all that bull crap that, you know, women are told, you know. No, they don't affect anything. So I'm looking at her like, yeah, right. I know that's a lie, but you know, I need something, you know. And then I take the patch, guys. I used it for a month. They gave me a 6-month subscription. I used that thing for a month. I paid $120 for the subscription. For the what? I paid $120. Might as well be a subscription. I paid $120 for the prescription. Then I paid. I think, how much is it? 2 something. It's 2 something for the 3 patches. I think it's the Evra Patch, as we all know. So I'm on the Evra Patch, and I'm like, okay, guys. When I tell you I use it for a month, like immediately my body changed. Immediately my mood, my personality, my everything changed. That thing is like it's like a depressant. Like, guys. Hey. Guys, that thing is like a depressant. You know how women fluctuate, like even our mood, even, and this is not from person to person, even energy throughout the month, throughout your cycle. And I don't know for people who are on contraceptives, but if you're not, as a woman who is natural and no hormones interrupting the natural flow of your body, you are like cyclical, right? Meaning that you fluctuate. Like, maybe when you're on your period, you're low on energy, you are just in a very like somber mood or whatever, and then okay, that will differ from person to person. You know, when you're ovulating, you'll crave things. You'll just crave. You will be like, your libido will be so high. You will crave, like, all types of things. It's as if you're pregnant. The discharge, is watery. Like, there's things that your body tells you that this is what's happening with us right now, and they are back. What are they doing? Anyway, please excuse the noise, guys. I'll try to tune the volume of my voice. Anyway, I need to get a mic actually. Anyway, yeah. So I found that obviously I'm gonna forget, okay, about how my cycle was because I've been pregnant. I will say that. Should I continue? The devil does not want me to talk about contraceptives on this channel, but I'm going to talk about them because those things are a scam. This is by no means like health advice from me, okay? This is my experience with a contraceptive, the patch, the Evra patch, okay? Please don't, okay? You guys know I don't believe in contraceptives. I don't believe in a lot of things. Anyway, so I was on the patch for a month. I remember going home. I remember wearing these shorts, going home to leave the kids for the weekend or something. I don't remember where we were going, but we were leaving the kids, for some time alone. And guys, when I tell you, I noticed when I was at home that like I've gained weight. I've gained weight. And my partner's not going to tell me I've gained weight. He likes the weight because I'm a very hourglass figure, right? What I will gain is boobs, thighs, bums. My legs will still be skinny, my arm. You won't even see here could I've gained weight. I literally always look like this. Like I always, from chest upwards, from knee downwards, I look the same. It doesn't matter how much weight I gain. I never have a makaba. I never have. So he will, like, you know what I mean? Like, he won't say it because it's not you're gaining weight. You know what I mean? Because, like, it's all the areas that he likes. Fine. So when I get home, something about being at home, I just see my grandmother looking at me. She's looking, I'm wearing shorts. She's looking at my thighs. Like, I'm like, I have gained weight. I have gained weight. And I started noticing how tight the pants were in comparison to when I bought them. I just started noticing a lot of things. And I'm like, oh crap. My thighs are bigger. Like, I gained weight and I had it like within a month, guys, of being on that thing. Gained weight. Another thing, contraceptives, they suppress libido. Obviously, if you're doing the deed, you're gonna fall pregnant. So it's gonna suppress the deed, So it suppresses libido. It suppressed my mood. I was literally flatlining, like a flatline the entire month. I am literally like same mood. Like I'm same mood. Like I don't even, it's not even it's like an indifferent mood. I don't know how to describe it. You know when you're not happy but you're not sad, but you're not, guys, I am very like, I joke around, even with my kids. I play around with my kids. Even with their dad, like I play around with their dad. I tease them a lot. I have a very dry kind of sense of humor where like, a lot of my jokes are mean, but they're still jokes. Like, I joke about things, like I will joke about you being fat, like, you know what I mean? Like, not in a hurtful way, but I do tell, like, I don't know, like, I feel like I have a very mean sense of humor. I was not making jokes. Like, I was not throwing shade, guys. I will throw shade. If there's one thing my partner will tell you about me, I will throw shade. I am mean, but like not in a you mean type of way, you know? None of that. I was just no talking, nothing. Like, yo, guys, he, and I was just like, you know, when you're just like, you can't really say it's the contraceptive because it's how you feel at the end of the day. Like, you know what I mean? You're just like, okay, this is how I feel. Let me just acknowledge my feelings. But at the same time, you're like, I never feel like this for this long. The entire month, I'm in a mood. The entire month. So I'm there, I'm gaining weight, I'm doing this, and then it's time to remove the third patch. It's week 4 now, so that I can go on my period. Guys, I removed the patch, and then I had to Google like how like on your first month with that patch, how long is it gonna take for the period to show up? You know, because it's not really a period. I don't know. I'm like, how long? It took maybe like 2-3 days. I removed the patch and then my period didn't show up for like 2-3 days. I am stressed, guys. I know there are women who don't want to see their period. I'm not that woman. Like, guys, I want my body to be my body. I want my body to communicate with me. And anything that interrupts that, I cannot. Like, guys, I want people to be better. Like, I want all of it. I want all of it. Now I want to see my period. My period tells me what's going on. My period, you know what I mean? Like, please, okay? I don't like interrupting nature, right? Fine. So I'm waiting. I'm like, Baba, it's not coming. He's like, okay, let's Google. We Google there. And then I think the day 3, it shows up. When I tell you, it was just clots. Like, I was like, I can't, no way. I was like, no way. No. And you know, part of me was like, no, let's just give it 3 months for your body to get used to it. And then common sense kicked in. I was like, why would I want my body to get used to this? Like, I was like, why would I want my body to get used to the way, like, just tell me, 3 months, if I'm already gaining weight, like, within a month, 3 months, I am going to be looking like I have 3 children. If there's one thing in, like, that I do not want, and a lot of people, it's been normalized, is looking like, you know what I mean? I don't like looking like anything. I don't want to look like I have children. I don't want to look like anything. So, especially with children, there's this myth that, like, women will say, oh, children will ruin your body. Everything else that you do on top of children is what makes you, like, is what ruins your body after children. Contraceptives, alcohol, lifestyle, you know, diet, all those things, they contribute to, because people have children, like, and work, don't have energy to, you know, put into themselves and gymming, and most people don't, right? So yes, I would like to age, but I don't want the, oh yeah, she has 3 kids. If there's one thing about me, when you see me, you be like, 3 kids, you know what I mean? That is my number 1 goal in life. And the number 1 reason why I wanted to pop out my babies before 30 is that I would pop them out, and guys, everything I want in life I saw. Like, not that I saw, all the things, all the goals, and all the things I want for myself, I saw. Like, you observe life. I remember this lady, my aunt's friend. First of all, I saw my aunt and my mom. They had kids in their 30s. They struggled because we have low iron anemia. So we have iron deficiency anemia, right? Which is low blood pressure, all of that nonsense. That's what we have. So being pregnant in your 30s, you know, water retention, all that nonsense. I remember my aunt, and contraceptives have a lot to contribute to fertility when you stop and want to now start having children. So I saw them, I was like, I am not doing that. And then I saw this woman, a lot of women, men who had children in their 20s, and they just looked good. Like, I remember this lady coming from gym with her. She had 3 boys. She was divorced, 3 boys, in her 30s. Boys are all like, you can see batlhatlhagane, so you know what I mean, like close in age. And they're all in school, and she's like living her best life. And I was like, that is me. And my aunt had a toddler at like 30 something. I was like, that is on me. So I was like, that is me, because I knew that I wouldn't be like, you know, what is this thing that my partner would say, enjoying my youth. He would ask me like a lot, like aren't you gonna, like, he had a problem with me not being a groovist, not drinking alcohol. He has tried so many times to make me take a shot. I cannot take a shot to save my life. I can't drink alcohol to save my life. Like, yeah, like he would, like, I taste alcohol here and there. I started drinking alcohol at home with my aunt. Living with my aunt on Sundays, she would wind down with a glass of wine, and I'd be like, okay, I'll join you. We drink together, and I just throw a handful of ice cubes into mine. And yeah, that's literally how I got introduced to alcohol, like after high school or something, you know. But otherwise, I never drank cool drink. I never drank, you know. So obviously, if you don't drink cool drink, I think alcohol is a bit, you know. So yeah, I wasn't drinking cool drinks. So like you live with my grandmother, guys. Recently, my mom was like, you need to drink coffee. It's actually good for you. I drink coffee. I add salt to my coffee. Sometimes I add black pepper to my coffee. Like, guys, I you know, like so yeah, I drink tea. Like, at home, not there yet. Like, that's what it is. So I lived with my aunt in Wonder Park. She's a wine girl. Got introduced to wine, and she was like, which one do you like, the sweet rosé or the red or the white? I was like, I hate white, you know, as if I'm gonna be drinking it. That's me, you know. So now I'm just like, I'm very unconventional in a lot of ways. So I'm like, is this what I want my body to get used to? Is this what I want to, yeah. So I just, like, literally after that period, I was like, no, I can't do this. I was like, no, I can't. I'm not myself, and I don't want to adjust to not being myself. Like, it didn't make sense to me. Like, I was like, so I'm gonna so I was like, okay, Bibilo, give it time, give it 3 months, and then you will adjust. But then wait to common sense. Like, do you want to adjust to not being yourself? Like, it's not me. Like, I fluctuate. I flow with my period. You know, when I'm on my period, I'm needy, you know, your libido starts rising, you want cuddles, and I'm not like, physical touch is not my love language. It's not. I don't like being touched. I'm a typical firstborn. I think I've said this. I don't like being touched, right? But when I'm on my period, like, I want to be touched, you know, it starts kupagaring, and then you go, and then it ends, and then like a couple of days later it's ovulation, and then now you're craving, you're this, you're that, and I know when do I have discharge, when do I not. Like, I just had discharge throughout the month. I was like, no, I can't do this, guys. I like to sleep in the nude, okay? I like to sleep in the nude because why? Because I know, even if I am like, I do have discharge, nothing happens at night. I can sleep in the nude, right? And I can go a whole day without underwear because I know that, okay, after my period, I don't have discharge. I don't really have discharge. Meh? It'll be that brown one, and then and then it'll be the watery one, the watery one. Then I know, okay, ovulation. Then after ovulation, and then close to my period, it'll be, you know what I mean. None of that was happening. And now, like, I do that every day, all the time. It's like, no. Oh, and I was dry. Like I said, my videos will always be interrupted, but I just wanted to share that because honesty. That's literally how it happened, guys. I got on that thing for a month. I was like, I'm dizzy, babes. I got off it, and my weight was like, went back to normal, like this. I don't even know what causes the, like, guys. Mommy. I don't even know. I can't even make sense of where the weight gain was coming from, because I feel like, I don't remember how my appetite was, but hey man. Because if I was eating more, I would know. I've always been someone who doesn't, especially in my adult life, I don't really find breakfast to be important, because I'm not a morning person. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a morning person, then breakfast, you know what I mean, is your thing. I don't know, because you're up earlier, you know, you're consuming things, you know, all of that. But I'm a night owl, so I'm more likely to snack at night, like at midnight or something, than to eat in the morning. So automatically is an intermittent fast, because then I have to make sure my kids are clean, diapers are changed, teeth are brushed, everything. My house is swept. If it needs sweeping, I will sweep it. If it needs wiping, I will wipe it, like all of that. And then I will feed them. And then after feeding them, then I will have like maybe like a green tea, or I'm having water, drink, all of that. And then my first meal will be like at 11. Even now during pregnancy, it's still the same. I only eat at 11, and I don't know. I don't believe in 3 meals a day. Like, I don't believe in said things. I listen to my body, guys. I think we've established by now that my camera is shaking. I don't follow social norms, guys. Sorry, yeah, breakfast, most important meal of the I don't feel like eating, so what must we do? What must we do, Lolo? So I don't like, I eat brunch at like 11. Sometimes I'll even eat after midday. Like, I don't care. Like, when I get to it, I get to it, and then I eat. Obviously, when you eat at that time, you're not gonna have lunch. and then maybe I'll snack on something, and then when dinner time comes, you're not hungry. You only get hungry at like 10 p.m. You know what I mean? So it's just a lot. I don't really have a lunch, breakfast, whatever, and my body doesn't have a problem with it because I don't struggle with weight. Yes, my weight fluctuates, which is another thing. It's another thing. When my weight just goes, I'm just like, cut it, because not naturally my weight is like this. Same as my cycle. Okay, so I'm just like, please, just please, no. So I was like, I told my partner, I was like, need to figure out something permanent because I'm not gonna do the IUD. My aunt had an IUD. I remember she had to get it removed after she had a swollen womb. I don't know if it moved. I don't know what it moved. I just remember. Where are you going? Oh. I just remember her having to rush to a gynecologist to figure out what's going on with her abdominal because she was just swelling here. Kanti IUD ichiftile. Her womb is swelling. So yeah, guys, everything, I feel like everything has side effects. Everything has side effects. Everything has possible, you know, all of that. Every woman in my family has had an operation in their womb. I honestly would like to say that it has nothing to do with genetics. I honestly would like to say it has nothing to do with genetics. And I remember after I had the twins, I think I mentioned that the women in my family, so my grandmother, my mom, and my aunt, they sat down and they literally were asking me like, can you please get on contraceptives? I know they're like, okay, what are you gonna do now about contraceptives? I'm like, I don't do those things. All of you have had operations on your wombs. All of you. I am not gonna, and I believe that contraceptives are to blame for women getting to their late 30s, early 40s, struggling with fibroids, the growth will be too muddy, hypertension, all these things, guys. My grandmother has arthritis, high blood, that all these things. If you read that thing, I unfolded it for my partner. I was like, do you see this thing? Kidney stones. All side effects. Women don't read. We don't, Lena myself, Hagen or cough mixture. I give her really side effects. So I don't expect women to read side effects contraceptives. But for me, I have a problem with it because then you have to be on it long term. So the side effects are going to be much, much worse, right? So I told them straight up, I was like, listen, guys, it just, hey man, little clock, because now I'm not going to do that to my body. I'm having children. I have 3 children now. I would like to be healthy, be alive for my children. So I will not be joining this camp of yours. And then if you go 40 kwale get some depressions at the popelo, if you go 40 kwale who the kidney stone, who the arthritis, who the ing, I'm sorry. All of you guys have it, and literally it's a genetic thing because it's happening to all of you. But we have a great grandmother who raised my grandmother, is like my grandmother's aunt. That lady that lady oh my goodness, you know, with age your taste buds kind of die down, so we understood that. But she ate a lot of salt, a lot of oil. She was thin. Like, guys, she ate worse than my grandmother, and she was smaller than my grandmother. She was smaller in size than my grandmother, and she was older than my grandmother. Obviously, she's the aunt, so she's smaller than my grandmother. She eats way worse. She eats like she lives alone. She eats half a loaf alone. Guys, my grandmother, will eat 2 slices here and there, but she has high blood pressure, she has arthritis, she's taking chronic medicine. That woman has never been to a clinic in her entire life. It's something she bragged about. And I was just like, the difference between her and y'all is contraceptives, honestly speaking. I was like, I think she had 7 children. She had 7 children. Ne? She had 7 children because she was not on contraceptives. But she was never on chronic medication. She has never had an operation in her life. Guys, I was like, I have you guys, then I have her. And honestly, the only difference between you guys is contraceptives. So I was like, that is what I'm basing my decisions on in my life. I'm basing it on, okay, this is what these people did. This is how life is turning out for them. This is what this person did. This is how life is turning out for them. I'm not gonna just get on a train because you guys are gonna be like, you're gonna fall pregnant again. Like, I've always had, my family has always been like, you're gonna fall pregnant again, and then all of those things. I'm like, I didn't even wanna address the whole, how many children do you want, wara. Because I remember my mom having the chat with me, like, I've always wanted 3 children, whether I'm married or what, and I have said that my mom is divorced. So yeah, I was just like, I didn't even want to go to that chat of like, guys, you wanted 3 children, you wanted 2 children. Those are your decisions. You can't come and tell me, be on contraceptives so that you don't have more children because you already have 3. All of that. I was just like, guys, I don't want to be on contraceptives. I don't care. I would rather abstain. I would rather. And I remember my aunt saying, and men are so unfair. They're not gonna. I remember my aunt even saying, men are unfair. They don't wanna. Even if they had contraceptives, they wouldn't want to take them. And I'm like, I am not that woman. I'm not that woman. I'm not the one. I am not the one. So I was like, I spoke to my partner. This is what we're gonna do about it. But I am not the one. I am not the one to go and be looking like I'm older than my partner. It is because of, guys, I cannot stress this enough. Because women end up looking older than their own husbands, because husbands are not taking hormonal nonsenses here. Ava you read the hormonal nonsense ava tasi chemically ava you put on all this makeup throughout your life. You and your husband will get into your 40s, you will look older than him because his skin hasn't been through all this chemical, endurance that your skin as a woman has gone through. So I was like, guys, if there's one thing I've seen is that you guys will be like, oh no, watch how many children you have. I'm like, I don't really care about how many children I have, honestly. From observation, that doesn't really matter. That's more of a blessing than anything. But everything else I have to do to avoid children, I have a problem with. And that's where I'll end this video, because I'm shaking this camera too much and my kids are awake and I have to now attend to them. So I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll see you guys in the next video. I don't even know if I'm going to post this video because, wow, I was ranting. I was venting. Eh? This is my book. When I'm going to camera, I'll see you next time, guys.